Hello, hello. Gonna wait for some folks to come on in. So it's my birthday today. To be honest, I was like dreading this as it was getting closer, but I feel good today. So it's all good. You know, getting older can be tough because I just think it's always brings back a reflection on where we've gone and where we're going and what's going to happen next, and that's just accelerated because I'm in this waiting period and I'm not sure what's going to happen next. So it's just, I think, extra reflective every time you get older, like checking yourself, you know, and seeing the fleeting years go by. Hi, Kristen. So I made my birthday a national holiday today and gave myself and the children the day off of school. It is getting so tough homeschooling, being in this home stretch with everything else going on, looking around, knowing that I likely have to get things packed up, go through things. Thank you. And so it's just, it's so stressful. So I was like, you know what? We're just your assignment today is make your mama happy, clean up around you, get this house in order, and take the day off of school. And that's the beauty of homeschool, is that I can do that. So there you go. So funny birthday story I can share with you. I feel like I could do something on my youngest every day. Yesterday, my son Beckham, my middle son, he did all these chores to earn money because he wanted to be able to go to the dollar store and get me some presents. And little did he know that the greater present is the fact that he was doing the chores and getting some things clean, which is already destroyed, by the way. But he did all these chores to earn money, and he said he wanted to go before science class because they go to a science class on Thursdays. And he went, and I didn't really realize that, but this is traditional. The dollar store is within walking distance, very close to my home here. And Liam went along. So they go to the dollar store, and they're taking long, and I got to take them to science class. So I pull up in front of the dollar store, and I'm like, Beckham's out there waiting to go. And I'm like, what's taking so long? And he's like, Liam's still in there. And it's like, time is dragging on. I'm like, I got to get you guys to science class. What is happening? He's like, go get your brother. Of course, nicely and sweet, the kind of mom I am, right? So he goes in, and it's taking forever. Finally, they come out, and Liam, my youngest, has the stuff, and so this is why it took so long. He had gone in with his Hulk bank. He has a bank that's shaped like Hulk. This is the same one he used to buy things at the airport when I lost him. He had gone in, gotten the things for my birthday, dumped it on the counter. Just oh my goodness. Dumped all the change on the counter. And I guess the cashier was counting it out. The total came to $13. The amount in change that he had was $11. And the cashier not only was patient enough to, I guess, entertain this kid dumping his bank on the counter, saying that he was getting gifts for his mother, but she then threw in the extra $2 he needed to get the present. So funny. I need to find this cashier and pay it forward to her, because just so sweet for her to throw in the extra. Maybe she just wanted to get him out of there after counting all that money out. But just funny story I had to share with you. So I have not been doing these as often as I would like. I wanted to make this a regular thing. I told you before that I just like this community. I've heard from so many of you. I've read all of your messages that are going through the same frustrations, whether it be in this waiting period of unemployment or getting something off the ground, or, sharing your stories with me is encouraging, and it gives me a chance to get things off of myself and pray for others, and I just love it. So I wanted to do these more often, but there's some other priorities that have come into play as far as how I want to approach this journey. So the waiting period is so tough, and I was reading something about that when you're waiting, it can seem like there's a lack of progress. So something that I've done to kind of cope with that is having goals in the pause, right? So I have been doing my Bible reflection time, 20 minutes a day, at minimum. And then I've decided to start training for a marathon, because I did tell myself that I wanted to do a marathon before I turned 40. So after today, I only have 1 year left to make this happen. So I've been doing a lot of running, and then I have been soaking up every free challenge that I see posted on my social medias about just growing and getting motivated. And one of them in particular is called the Life on Fire Challenge, and it's like a Christian-based program and that they offered for free, just to kind of hone in on what your direction is and what you want to do moving forward, and taking charge of your life and having this backup plan of being a boss, your own boss. And so I've been diving into that. I'm a little bit behind, but there's a lot of worksheets, like honing in, like what is it? Because sometimes I feel like I have a lot of messages just stirring up inside me and vision, and I just need to get that honed in and see if there's something I can do with that. And if not now, that next time, if this happens to me again, where I find myself suddenly out of work, that I will have a backup plan. And maybe that backup plan can be my soul plan someday. So that's kind of what I've been diving into and has been keeping me busy. But on that note, I just keep on coming back to that verse that says, it's from Proverbs. It says, in their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. So I have been having to make plans, and also, while making the plans, surrender that the plans could change, because I'm making the plans, but my Father is going to establish them. So I think I've told you before that my plan is to move back to Toledo, Ohio, in the middle of June. And this for several reasons. The one major reason is because there's that saying, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. I had to have a goal and a deadline for seeing if something was going to happen here out west. And, since nothing's like really popping here out west, it doesn't make sense, the higher cost of living and everything, to stay out there. Now, that being said, I've also surrendered that if something does come up, that maybe I will stay out west in some fashion. But I have to plan ahead, and I feel like there's been a lot of God winks, things that seem bad, that are telling me to go in this direction right now. The fact that they are charging me at my apartment $500 extra a month now that I am month to month is a big indicator. Whoa, I don't know that I can hang on to that. So that is the plan, but God is establishing my plan, and we'll see what he does with it. So sharing this journey of being laid off and knowing that so many others are going through it, obviously that's very uncomfortable. I don't know how this is all going to come together, but I hope that what you see from all of this is surrender, and I'm trusting that in putting myself out there, that God's going to have something come together, and you're going to get to see it in real time, because I don't have the ending. So I hope that encourages you that are in the waiting period as well, that it's okay to be vulnerable and okay to worry, but just bringing it back to trusting that God's going to bring it all together in some amazing way. Even if it's not better, we're going to learn something in the process. And so that's what I'm just doing, trying to soak up all I can do and learn, and I hope that you do the same. The commercial shoot that I did the other day, I can't really talk about that yet because of the NDA, but so many stories to share about that. God just puts us in such different places for the right reasons, and I just feel like, even though it was a long shoot day, and even though I might end up on the editing floor, and that's okay. I was meant to be there, and I have things I'm going to share with you about that when I can. So this is funny. Also, I have been taking on all these freelance things to do, and it is all to teach, all every. I feel like nothing is wasted. Like every little thing that I'm doing, even though it's not a money maker, it's not a career at this point. These little freelance things that I'm doing, I'm surrendering and trusting God that each of these little things is to teach me something or to hone in a skill. And so there's that. So that being said, like I said, I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling encouraged in spite of the fact that I just found out that to move back is like triple what it took to move here. I should have known that, I feel like, because I've read that in the news, like things about just like the mass exodus and supply and demand, but just when you get the numbers, it's like, oh my goodness, how's this gonna work? Like, how am I even gonna afford moving? So again, I don't know how that's gonna work out either, but God's got it. I guess I'm grateful for credit cards in the meantime, because I know that God is a God of restoration and he will figure it out, and we'll see what happens. But again, in the process, the struggle of it, like in my down moments, and my worries that happen a lot, of course, I think of, gosh, if I go in this direction, there's so many people already doing that. And if the field that I'm in is so competitive that it's just like, oh, like, am I still marketable? Whatever, all these worries that all of us have, right? And then I'm reminded of just the age-old saying, comparison is the thief of joy. And there was one thing that I got that from those other trainings and seminars I was listening to, that just I can't put out of my mind, because this field that I'm in is so competitive, and even the things that I'm entertaining of doing are so competitive, and it's obviously such a weakness to question your worth. I mean, we're human, we do that, right? So there was one thing that I heard that just has stuck with me, and it says, God is not auditioning others for your role. God is not auditioning others for your role. So I don't know exactly where I'm going to fit in to this big picture, but I know that it's mine. I have a role that I've already gotten. That's already mine. And that gives me so much hope and encouragement. So for you, if you're wondering what's next, if there's something that you want to do and you're thinking about, like, but this person might be better, or there's so many people already doing this, or whatever the case may be, just remember that God is not auditioning anybody else for your role. You have something special and unique to give, and I'm going to hold on to that and know that, there's only one of me, because God has created us so uniquely, and there's only things that only we can offer. And so no matter how many talented and amazing people are out there, that there's only one of you. And so whatever is next for me, whatever is next for you, you own it already. So I think that gives me a lot of comfort and excitement that the role's already mine, and I might not know what it is, but it's already there. It's already mine, and he's got all this figured out for me already. So again, I'll have my down days, but today I'm feeling good. Even though it's my birthday, I'm another year older. But gosh, I'm thankful for another year, right? When you lose a loved one like I did, my brother, far too early, it does give you perspective on, like, every year is precious, every moment is precious, every experience is precious, and we just have to, like, grab onto everything and just be so grateful and thankful. And yeah, that's the simplicity of it. We just have to be so grateful and thankful, right? So just a quick live today, because it's my birthday, and just wanted to hopefully bless y'all with some encouragement, and that we're all in this together. Whatever you're going through, we're in it together. And I hope you have an amazing day. And if you want to celebrate my birthday, I hope you think of how you can bless someone else today. Pay it forward, no matter how big or small that might be. That would be the best birthday if I heard that you did something, like just even buying somebody coffee behind you or something. That would be a great present. Pay it forward, love others, share joy. And on that, I'm going to go celebrate with my kiddos and a special friend, and keep you updated. All right, thanks. Bye.